Hello friends, my name is Vivek Sharma. Today we can cover this interesting problem that's called find the town judge. So in this problem we have been given this description. Let's have a quick read through. In a town there are n people labeled from 1 to n and there is a rumor that one of these people is secretly the town judge. Alright, so these are three conditions that we have been given. So the town judge is the guy, is the person that trusts nobody. Everybody except for the judge trusts the town judge, right? So what does that mean? That town judge does not trust anyone, right? Trusts nobody means town judge does not trust anyone else, and every other person trusts the town judge. So these are the two conditions, and there is exactly one person that satisfies these properties 1 and 2. All right, and we have been given this pair as well. Trust I equals a comma b. What does that represent? That represent that person labeled a trusts the person labeled b. Okay, so and if we could not find town judge, then just go ahead and return -1. All right, so let's go ahead and just run through these examples with the whiteboard, with the help of whiteboard. So n equals to 2 and trust is basically the pair is 1 comma 2. Or let me make it little compact so that I can accommodate a couple more examples as well. So n equals to 2 and pair is 1 comma 2 and 1 is 1 and 2. So what does that mean? That 1 is trusting 2. So what I am doing here, I am just making the arrows here so that we can just easily identify that who trust whose, right? Who trust whom, right? So one is trusting 2, so that's why arrow is going from 1 to 2. All right, and 2 does not trust anyone because there is no other pair, right? This the only single pair that we have been given. So here the town judge will be 2. So if I return with the red color, so the output would be 2. All right, so now what is the second example? N equals to 3, and here the pair is given 1 3 2 3. All right, so 1 3 2 3. All right, so let's quickly make these circles 1 2 3, and 1 is trusting 3, so arrow is going from 1 to 3, and 2 is trusting 3, so 2 is going to the arrow is going from 2 to 3. All right, so who is the town judge here? So we can clearly see that 1 is trusting 2 and 2 is 1 is trusting 3 and 2 is also trusting 3 and 3 is not trusting any of these 1 and 2, right? So here also the town judge is 3, so the output would be 3. All right, let's quickly go through the third example as well. And the third example is basically n equals to, so let's move on to the next page. N equals to 3 and 1 3 2 3 3 1. So 1 3 2 3 3 1. All right, let's quickly make these circles 1 2 3, because we have to make the three circles because there are only three um, persons labeled as 1 2 3, but these are the pairs. So that pairs basically we are using to who is trusting which person, right? Who is trusting whom? That's what we are using these pairs, right? So 1 is trusting 3 means we will just draw this arrow. 2 is trusting 3, so we will draw this arrow. 3 is trusting 1, so we will draw this arrow. And then now we need to figure it out who is the town judge, right? Let's assume that this arrow is not there. So 1 is trusting 3 and 2 is also trusting 3, like the second example in this case, right? So we were having the output as 3, but here is the case is different, that 3 is also trusting 1, so that's why there is no town judge. So the output would be -1. Oops, sorry, I need to change the red color so that we can say that what is the output. So my output is -1. All right, so I hope this is clear. Let's walk through the last example as well. So 1 3 2 3, I think two more examples are there. We can just take one of them. So let's take the last example. So n equals to 4. Okay, and this is 1 3 1 4. So 1 3 1 4 2 3 2 4 2 3 2 4, and then I think 4 3. All right, 2 4 4 3 2 3 2 4 4 3. Let's quickly make these circles 1 2 3 and then 4. Okay, so 1 2 3 4. All right, so 1 is trusting 3, let's make this arrow. 1 is trusting 4, let's make this arrow. 2 is trusting 3, so let's make this arrow. Okay, and 2 is trusting 4, let's make this arrow, and 4 is trusting 3, so let's make this arrow as well. Okay, so what is happening in this case? everyone else is trusting 3. So we can see that arrow is coming from 1, arrow is coming from 2, and arrow is coming from 4 towards 3. So 3 is the potential candidate for the town judge. What about other candidates? What about the other candidates? One is, there is no incoming arrow for 1, because there is no other person that is trusting 1, right? So incoming arrow means if someone is trusting, then incoming arrow will be coming, and that person is trusting other person, that means the outgoing arrow will be going from that person, right? So that's the indication of the arrows. Right, so that's what we are just trying to understand from these diagrams. So in this case, what will be the output? So in this case, output will be 3. All right, so far we have just make these diagrams, and then we are trying to understand the problem at this point, right? If it is still confusing, let's go ahead and just write down our findings, whatever the observations we have made. So let's, if I choose red color is fine, I think. So first observations, we are just making the diagrams, so arrows, and what kind of the arrows we have made so far? Incoming and outgoing arrows, right? So in and out, right? Incoming and outgoing arrows. Second observation, if I have to write down, basically we can see like for the town judge, right? For person becoming a town judge, right, or judge, all incoming arrows should be there, right? So all the arrows should be incoming. And also, if we see this page, there is no outgoing arrow, right? So if I move to the first page, so 3 is the incoming arrow, so 3 is the judge here, and 3 is having only the incoming arrows, and he or she does not have any outgoing arrow from 3, right? Because as per the problem, the town judge is the guy that who trusts nobody, right? So town judge trusts nobody, and this trust I a comma b represent that a is trusting b. So that's what we are using this pair. And town judge trusts nobody means there should not be any outgoing arrow, right? Because that arrow represents whether it trusts to other person or not. Everybody except for the town judge trusts the town judge, right? So everybody else is trusting. So in this case, 3 is getting trusted by 1 and 2, right? So that's why 3 is the reply, or 3 is the output. So for the judge, all incoming arrows and no out arrows, right? So if I have to, all incoming arrows and no out arrows, right? So there should be all incoming arrows, and there should not be any outside arrows. So that's what we have observed from these examples and from making these diagrams. Now let's come to the implementation part, that how we are going to solve this problem. So as we have already seen that we are having like incoming and outgoing things, so let's again move to the black color. So let's say I am having one in arrow and out arrow. These are the basically array I am taking, two arrays. One is the in arrays and out arrays. Why I'm tracking? So that we can keep a track of the arrows, right? So in array will keep a track of the in arrows, and out array will keep a track of the out arrows, right? So what are in and out arrows here? So in arrows is basically if some is incoming arrows, right? So for example, for one, there is only outgoing arrows here, this one, right? And there is no incoming arrows, so there is no incoming arrows on one, right? So out arrow will be keeping track for the one, and for the incoming arrows, basically it will be keeping track for 3, right? For 3 it will be keeping track of all the incoming arrows, and for the outgoing arrows for 3 it will be 0. So that's what we are going to do. So let's go ahead and do that. So let's do for the first example, n equals to 2 and trust 1 comma 2, right? So we have been given n equals to 2, and the pair is 1 comma 2, right? Or we can just make it like that as well, 1 comma 2. So 1 is trusting 2, right? That's what we can see. Or we can make it circle as well, 1 comma 2. Okay, so 1 and then 2. So 1 comma 2 is given in the pair, and that's what how we were representing here, like this. 1 is trusting 2. All right, so we basically need what? We need 0, 1. So if we see, if we are taking only two elements array, right? Two elements array, if we take any array that consists only two, then it's representing by the index, right? So index it can represent only 0 comma 1, but we have to take care of the 2 as well, right? So 2 is also there in the pair, so that's why we need to take the additional, oops, it will be 2. So that's why we need to take the additional block, right? So it will be this one. Now let's see, for 1 there is out arrow. So out arrow, we see out and then 1. So by default all the values are 0, right? Then what we will do, we will make the modifications, we will just increment. So for 1 out arrow, there is 1 out arrow, so we will make it 1. All right, for 2 there is 1 incoming arrows, so incoming arrows we will make it 1. Okay, and there is nothing else. So what we can check, okay, so we will check, okay, for 1 there is no incoming arrows. So first condition for the town judge that we have mentioned, that all incoming arrows and no out arrows, right? That's what the conditions were there, right? So this is the second is the most important condition, and that we are going to apply in our algorithm, right? So as per this condition, for 2 there is no incoming, there is no outgoing arrows, and there is only 1 incoming arrows, right? And 1 incoming arrows means out, apart from 2 there is only 1 person remaining. So if it is 1, that then it means that 2 is the town judge. So what is our output? Output is 2. This is our output. Now let's try to understand with another example as well. So now let's take the second example. Okay, so let's move this in array, and then this is out array, and 1 3 comma 2 3. Okay, so n equals to 3, 1 comma 3, and then 2 comma 3. All right, so 1 2 3. So arrow is going from 1 to 3, and arrow is going from 2 to 3. All right, so this is the condition. Okay, and now let's move to this as well. So 0 1 2, as I mentioned that we need additional block. So right, so in this case also we need additional block. Why? Because we need to take care of the 3 as well, and this index, this array is the index wise, right? So they follow the index pattern, they start from the 0, right? So that's why we need the additional block as well. All right, now let's quickly check. So for the one node, for the one person labeled as a 1, there is only one outgoing arrow. So we will just fill this out array, and then we will fill here 1. Earlier it was 0. All right, so if I take red color, I will do it 1. For 3 there is incoming arrow, right? So I will fill 1 here. For 2 there is outgoing arrow, so I will fill 1 here. Okay, and for 3 in fact we are having 2 incoming arrows, so 1 arrow and then second arrow, second incoming arrow. So basically it will be 2. So 1 plus 1 2, right? And so we can check like, okay, so 0, there is 0 itself here, 0, this is 0, this is 0. So by default it's 0, right? Whenever we are incrementing by 1, then it will become 1, and then again 1 will become 2, like in this case, right? For the 3 we are becoming, we are making 1 to 2, because we are incrementing by 1, right? So we will check here that all these persons like 1 2 3, 0 definitely is not there, because the problem says that n equals labeled from 1 to n. So we'll check from 1 onwards. So from 1 is 0, 2 is 0, and 3 is 2, right? So 3 is 2, we will check, okay, n equals to 3, and then if it equals to n minus 1. Why n minus 1? Because we don't want to include the town judge, right? Because in the condition itself says that except for the town judge. So town judge uh, does not trust, I mean, we do not need to include town judge, that he or she will trust himself or herself, right? That person labeled as a town judge need to trust other guys, not himself or herself, right? So that's why we need to accept the town judge, right? We don't need to include the town judge, and that's why it will be n minus 1. So if all the incoming arrows are n minus 1 and there is no outgoing arrow, so in the out arrow it is 0, then it means it is the town judge. So I hope this is clear, this explanation is clear, and if this is clear, then I think code is straightforward, right? So whatever we discussed, we can just take the arrays. So let's go ahead and do that. So in degrees, and let's take n plus 1. Why n plus 1? Because we have just seen, right, we need the additional block. So if it is n equals to 3, if we make only 3 blocks, then we are just considering 0 till 2, but we need 3 as well, so that's why we need n plus 1. All right, let's go ahead and do the same thing for out degrees as well, or we can just check like out arrows or out, whatever make, whatever makes more sense, right? Out arrows as well. Degree, we can mention because degree means like it will show that how many arrows are there. So that's why we just check the degree of the arrows, like how many arrows are there, right? Or in arrows are and out arrows are also fine, whatever makes more sense. So let's go ahead and do this. Int t trust. So trust is two-dimensional array, and what we are going to check here, that not if condition, in fact we just need to increment these arrays, right? So as per this diagram, in arrays and out arrays. So what we will do, we will just going through each and every pair, and we will just keep incrementing this in arrow and out arrow. And another important point we can check here, like 1 comma 3, right? So 1, if it is the first pair, means zeroth index in the pair. So what it's happening, it is only sending the arrow to the different guy, right? So 1 is pointing to 3. So always the zeroth index pair will have the outgoing arrow, right? What does that mean? We will be incrementing for this guy outgoing arrow, not the incoming arrow. For the 3 means the second element in the pair, we will always be incrementing the incoming arrow. Similarly for the 2, we will be incrementing the outgoing arrows, and we can see from this diagram as well. All right, and for 3 we will be doing the incoming arrow, so we can see here. I hope it is clear. So let's go ahead and do that. So what we have learned so far, out arrows t0, and then it will be plus plus in arrows t1 plus plus. So what we were doing here, once we keep incrementing these arrows, then we just need to check whether we just need to iterate from 1 to n, and we need to check whether outgoing arrow, whether all the incoming arrows are n minus 1 or not. So incoming arrows is n minus 1, and corresponding outgoing arrows should be 0, right? Because this 3 guy, the person labeled as a 3, should not having any outgoing, because 3 person labeled as a 3 does not trust anyone else, right? That's why we need to check that it should be 0 as well. And similarly here, like if we why we need to check this condition, because if we see the other example, right? So let's say for this one -1 case, right? So in this case, if we don't check this outgoing arrow, it's having one outgoing arrow. So in this case it will be invalid, 3 will not be town judge. So the output is -1, and that's why we need to check this. All right, so let's go ahead and do that quickly. We don't need to iterate from 0 because they are labeled from 1 to n. So let's go ahead and do from 1 to n. So int I equals to 1, I is less than equals to n, I plus plus. And if in arrows I, so inside arrows I, that is equals to n minus 1. That's what we learned from this diagram. If we will go to the last page, so it should be n minus 1, right? This should be n minus 1. In arrows should be n minus 1, and out arrow should be 0. So let's go ahead and do that same thing. So out arrows, and then t, sorry, this is I, that should be 0. All right, if it is meeting this condition, then go ahead and return I, and that will be the candidate, that will be the town judge. Otherwise, if we could not find the town judge, let's go ahead and return -1. So this would be the implementation, and this is pretty, I mean, aligned whatever we discussed so far from the whiteboard, and whatever we understood, that's exactly the same, just converting the ideas into the code. All right, so for the time complexity and space complexity, time complexity we see here, basically what's happening in the very general case, all the edges. So if we talk about the graphical representation, if we talk about the graph kind of thing, so in the graph it looks like a graph kind of thing, right? So we are not making the graph here, just to make sure, even if we are here, we are we have been given the pairs in the problem itself, but we are not making any graph or anything. We are making this graph only to understand this problem, but again we are just going through the array, this array, two-dimensional array, and we are just maintaining these arrays, basically one-dimensional array, to track the in arrow, inside arrow, and outside arrow, and just to deduce the condition, just to conclude the condition, this condition, just to follow up, like what are the conditions that we can make, what these are the conditions that we can use in our code, basically to find the town judge. So in terms of the complexity, we see like these nodes and edges. So generally, basically, if edges are more than the nodes, then basically we are just going through the we can say that the time complexity will be the number of edges, because we are traversing through the edges itself, right? So if we go through all the examples, like in this case also the edges are more than so nodes, because 1 2 3 4, there are 4 nodes, but the edges, uh, if we calculate here 1 2 3 4, so 1 1 2 3 4 and the 4 and 5 as well, so 5 edges, right? But in this case basically nodes, this case also basically equal, nodes and edges are equal. So basically what we can see here, we can say like whatever the maximum, so max, and so whatever the maximum of out of edges and vertices, whatever the maximum, that will be the time complexity. But in general case, if we someone is asking like what is the average time complexity, it will be the number of edges, whatever the number of edges we are just traversing through. And the space complexity, of course, it will be the number of vertices. Why number of vertices? Because we are taking these arrays and we are maintaining all these nodes, right? So that's why we are maintaining all these vertices, and that's why we need to take the additional storage, and that's why space complexity will be the number of vertices. I hope this is clear. Before ending this video, just quick summary. Whenever we have been given this kind of problem, right, we don't need to directly jump to make a graph or anything. Just don't let's not jump to the make the adjacency matrix or list and then just try to solve this problem. Let's first of all try to understand these points, what does it may what the problem itself is saying, and then let's make these graphical representation on the whiteboard or on the paper, and then just try to see. So in this case, like for example, if we have been given this kind of a pair like 1 comma 2, then 1 is trusting 2, then just simply make these graphs, right, somewhere in your mind or in the notebook itself. I think it's very easier to follow the notebook pattern. If we draw these diagrams in the notebook, then it's clear like who is trusting whom, right? And once we are able to make this diagram and just apply these conditions, then town just trusts nobody means 3 is the town judge. In this case he trusts nobody means there is no outgoing arrow from the 3, and everybody else trusts the town judge means everybody else incoming outgoing arrow should point to the town judge itself, right? So that's the second condition is there. So if we are able to make these diagrams and just to make sure that all these conditions given in the problem itself we are able to basically conclude in the problem itself, then I think it is fairly easier. And then important point here is itself basically 1 is trusting 3, then 1 is having the outgoing arrow, and 1 3 will be having the incoming arrows. So this is also the important point to increment these arrows, these arrays of the arrows, right? So hopefully this is useful. And let me go ahead and quickly check this as well. I did not check whether it's any syntactical or error or anything. Let's go ahead and submit. I think this is working fine. So hopefully this is useful. Thanks a lot. Have a good one. Bye.